Experience the University of Northwestern Ohio College of Technologies.
The facilities here at the University of Northwestern Ohio are unsurpassed. The technology that's available, as well as the full range of classes, all under one facility, is phenomenal.
All-Star Sprints on the track, folks. It's featured time. I hope you're as pumped up as I am. The four-wide salute to the fans, to you sitting at home, to everybody that was in the grandstands that night. What an awesome sight it is to see these 24 All-Star Sprints touring Limaland Motorsports Park. Four wide. It's a traditional salute to the fans, and we are getting ready for 30 laps of hardcore, serious, winged sprint car action. Some of the best in the country on the track right now. You're looking at the starting lineup. Look at the names that you have here. Bryan Sebbetto, Bobby Clark, Paul May, Kevin Huntley, Brock Mays. I mean, what are we talking about? Some serious contenders here. And it's going to be interesting to see if Ricky Stenhouse, already a winner of 2 Ohio Sprint Speed Week features in this shortened Ohio Sprint Speed Week for the 24th year, can he do it? Phil Gressman starting on his inside. Who will be the man? Rob Chaney back there. Greg Wilson, hometown hero. How will this play out? I will tell you over the course of the next 29 and a half laps as they go thundering into turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Field starting to stretch out a little bit into 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway we go. Lap 1 in the books. 24th annual Ohio Sprint Speed Week underway at Limaland Motorsports Park. Lap 2 in the books. Great racing right there, farther back in the pack. Anywhere on the track right now, things are hot and heavy as these cars try and find themselves a little bit of racing room to get into a groove. Kind of difficult to do on a short track, to get in that type of a groove where you can go rocketing around other cars. We'll let these guys get strung out and we'll see some serious racing develop as these guys managing to go the first few laps without any cautions. There is the young man himself, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., still a teen. I think he's 18 years old. I asked him after the race, hey Ricky, you going to college? He goes, well, I registered, but I just want to race. And I believe that man just wants to race, has some opportunities coming up for him. There is the W20 of Greg Wilson. Outside of him, the number 5 car of Byron Reed. Wilson and Byron Reed starting back in the second and third rows, trying to work their way to the front. Just in front of them, the number 1 car, that's Phil Gressman. We watched him he won the dash, so he was our pole. And Phil Gressman has already slipped back just a little bit. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. setting a blistering pace right now. Notice there is no car behind Ricky Stenhouse keeping up with him, and he has just flat mashed that gas and is checking out. That's the 70 car of Kevin Huntley getting past right now. So we're lapping cars at Limaland already as we're about 5 to 7 laps into the feature right now. Laps clicking by so fast, hard to tell. That's the 34 car. 34 is Luke Hall, the yellow number 4. Underneath him was Danny Smith. Danny Smith, our B-main winner, got his qualifying spot back. But Danny Smith not showing that he has anything for young Ricky Stenhouse either. 3 car, there's an Ohio name for you, Mike Linder. Mike Linder racing right now with Jamie Miller. Ricky Stenhouse, who's he racing with? Just the sounds of the motor, because Ricky is so far out front right now, nobody even close to him. Paul May just ahead in the black 71. As Stenhouse continues to put car after car a lap down. Great shot here. Look at how they sail those cars into that corner. Nice cushion built up. Awesome footage here right now. There is the number 92, the fluorescent wing on that car. That is Rob Chaney. Rob running anything he can get his hands on this year. He's already been at Limaland in a 360. He's already been at Limaland in a non-wing USAC sprint car. He's here now in a wing sprint car. Rob Chaney showing you he has the talent to run just about anything he climbs into. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. still leading this race, and quite substantially, I might add. The yellow car down low, that is now Greg Wilson. Wilson has moved up into the second position, but he is a solid 15 to 20 car lengths behind. Stenhouse looks like he's working pretty good down low. Wilson gets a nice run through 1 and 2, but really having problems in 3 and 4 with keeping the momentum up. On the high side, Linder working to the outside right now. Good to have Mr. Linder back at Limaland Motorsports Park. The 5 car up front still, Byron Reed. Those 2 cars together, the 92 of Cheney and the 5 of Byron Reed. They're racing for position right now. Cheney looking for a way to pull a slide job off, giving Reed just enough room to negotiate. And we continue to have a wing-to-wing battle between Byron Reed and Rob Cheney. Up front, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. still making his way through traffic. So far, really hasn't had to bobble much for traffic. Typically what will happen on these tracks, car will come up on some traffic, maybe 2 cars racing for position. They don't care about the leader. They care about the position they're racing for. That can slow a leader way down, especially if they're in his groove. But Ricky Stenhouse hitting the traffic right, making his way through, and so far, not leaving any windows open for the W20 of Greg Wilson. Looking back in the pack again, that is the number 4, Danny Smith. Just out in front of him is the 20E of Brian Ellenberger. Or maybe Troy Little, hard to tell. But both white cars. It looks like it's just got an E on it, so we'll call it Brian Ellenberger at this point in time. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the phenom from down south. Mississippi born and raised. Still lives in Mississippi, says he'll run anything he can get his hands on. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. And he's very good, obviously, at what he's doing, because he has not raced at these racetracks he's going to be racing on throughout Ohio Sprint Speed Week already 2 wins. Does he have a great wrench in the pits? You bet. They hired one of the best in the business to help Ricky Stenhouse get through Ohio Sprint Speed Week, but I'll tell you what, he's out there beating some incredible names. Dale Blaney, and you name it, they're here. Phil Gressman, Linder, Wilson, Jacobs, Huntley, Smith, Kinzer, Kelly that is. Man, you could go on and talk about the names. Whoa! Looks like Wilson was going to collect the wall a little bit coming down the front straightaway. We watched him do it last year as he tried to hunt down the wild child, Jack Hodenschild. Not able to get it done. At least he's not chasing a Beef Packers car around, but he is. Not able to catch Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., man, this kid has got it going on. He takes the win, 3rd in Ohio Sprint Speed Week, 24th anniversary. Greg Wilson, once again, 2nd place. That's 2nd place 3 years in a row. Todd King comes home in 14th. Ellenberger in 15th. Brian Scott, Brock Mays, Chad Blond, Bryan Sebbetto, Craig Mintz, David Harrison, Paul May, Brandon Martin, and Kevin Huntley. Your top 24, hats off to Bryan Sebbetto, the highest finishing 360 car in the field in our NRA All-Pro Heads Challenge.